We start at the Tokyo Olympics, but not with sporting action. Rather, a claim from one of the athletes that officials from her country's Olympic delegation have been trying to force her to fly home without her permission. This is her, Krystsina Tsimanouskaya from Belarus. She had been due to compete in the women's 200 metres event on Monday. But after she posted a video complaining about her coaches entering her into another race at short notice, she says she was told to pack. She was taken to the airport. The flight is reported to have taken off without her on board after she appealed to the International Olympic Committee to intervene. Well, we can speak to Tadeusz Gidchan, a Belarusian journalist in Warsaw who's following this story. What have you heard about where Krystsina is?
Well, thank you for having me. Well, right now, from what we know, she's at the Haneda International Airport in Tokyo, at the police station. She's been questioned by the police, who are also kind of protecting her. And right now, she's waiting for the delegation of Japanese officials of the Japanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs to arrive, and they will decide what to do next, because the situation is not very well. It's quite unusual.
What is she asking for?
Again, at first, in the morning, she was not certain whether to return or not. From what we know, she's been consulting with her parents, and parents who actually watched the stories on the Belarusian TV about her. They said, no way. You just stay there, or you ask for asylum, but don't return to the country. And from what we heard, her preliminary plan is to ask for asylum in Austria or somewhere in the EU, but we're not yet sure how she will going to manage it. Whether she will apply for asylum in Tokyo, in some of the EU countries' consulates, or she will first fly to the EU and then will apply. We don't know that yet. I'm sure she doesn't know it either herself.
And it is the middle of the night, of course, in Tokyo. So there are a lot of unknowns here. Tadeusz, what can you tell us about the kind of pressure there is likely to be on sporting figures representing their country, Belarus, in Tokyo?
Well, first of all, after last year fraudulent election, the scale of repression became so big, and that all the athletes, all the national team athletes who openly criticized the regime or the regime's actions, they have already been kicked out of the national team already, and they have formed the union, the Free Union of Belarusian Athletes, which now operates in exile because the criminal cases are opened against those who created this union of Belarusian athletes. Krystsina Tsimanouskaya, the girl in question, she's not a member of this union. She never openly expressed her political views. She merely criticized the way national team's administration handled the operation. Let's put it this way: that they registered her for another event she hasn't been prepared for without even telling her. And even this a minor critique caused enormous outrage among the Belarusian regime, in the Belarusian regime media. Lukashenko himself, I think he spoken 2 days ago. He didn't mention her directly, but he was speaking about the athletes who are a disgrace to the country, and if they wouldn't change their attitude, they should not return to the country. But apparently the authorities decided to handle it the other way around, and to force those athletes to return to the country, even before they have the chance to actually compete at the Olympics.
You said that from what you understand, even her parents, her family are probably saying to her, don't come back, it's not safe. And it is worth reminding our audience what happened, for example, to the dissident, Roman Protasevich, who was forced back into the country. I mean, she's not political, but if you go against Lukashenko, it doesn't go well for you.
Well, that's correct. Not only Lukashenko, even the regime, it completely lost touch with reality. Even the slightest critique of not Lukashenko himself, but the way things are done in Belarus could cause you so much trouble that it could become a #1 topic on the British evening news.
Well, Tadeusz Gidchan, thank you for joining us and telling us what you've been able to glean about this very unusual situation. Thank you.